A young woman's dream of a fresh start quickly turns into a waking nightmare. Trapped inside her own apartment, her screams echo through the walls as her neighbors calmly drive a nail straight through her trembling hand. Every smile she once trusted hides a secret. Every door she thought led to freedom locks her deeper inside. This is not just an apartment complex. It's a prison controlled by a cult that demands total obedience. And once you step inside, there's no way out. The story opens with Sarah, a young woman who has relocated to a new city to embark on a fresh chapter in her life. Seeking independence due to a troubled past, Sarah chooses to live on her own. Her first step is to search for an apartment in the city. The neighborhood she explores is inviting, with neighbors who appear warm and welcoming. An open house event is held at an apartment complex to greet prospective residents, drawing a sizable crowd. Inside the complex, Sarah is met by Jerry, the event manager. He encourages her to inspect the apartment's condition to gauge her interest. While touring, Sarah notices peculiar markings on the walls. After her tour, Sarah resumes her conversation with Jerry, expressing her desire for a comfortable space to begin anew. Jerry informs her that the complex enforces a no pets, no smoking policy, to which Sarah agrees, confirming she has no pets. That evening, the scene shifts to a motel where Sarah is temporarily staying. It becomes evident that Sarah has been dishonest with Jerry, as she secretly owns a pet cat. Later, she receives a call from her father, inquiring about her return home. Sarah explains she will remain in the city, citing her temporary job, revealing a strained relationship with her father. The following day, Sarah begins her new office job and meets her colleague, Lisa. She also receives a call informing her that she has been selected as a resident of the apartment she toured. Sarah promptly packs her belongings and moves into her new apartment, discreetly bringing her cat by concealing it under a cloth. She encounters Brian, an attractive neighbor living next door. Sarah is then introduced to the other residents. Miss Stanhope, an elderly woman, escorts her to meet Dr. Esther, a doctor. The community, including Jerry, who resides there, exudes friendliness and warmth. However, a bespectacled man named Lester gives off an unsettling vibe. He approaches Sarah, offering her a book titled The Power of Community, claiming it would be beneficial. Sarah declines, finding both the book and Lester's demeanor off-putting. That night, Sarah struggles to sleep, having run out of her medication, which Dr. Esther must reorder. As she tries to rest, mysterious noises disrupt her, exacerbating her sleeplessness. The next day, Sarah continues settling in. Brian offers to help move her mattress, but she declines, fearing her cat might be discovered. Almost every night, Sarah is disturbed by strange noises. One night, the sounds seem to originate within her apartment. Upon checking, she finds her door slightly ajar. Despite the disturbances, Sarah attempts to sleep, but the noises persist. The following morning, sleep-deprived and stressed, she discovers a letter slipped under her door, a warning about her violation of the no-pet policy. Suspicious of how anyone could know about her cat, Sarah steps outside to investigate. The typically friendly residents seem unlikely culprits, but she notices Lester watching her suspiciously. When she calls out, he flees. Meanwhile, Brian emerges, inviting her to a dinner party that evening, noting other residents will attend. Sarah agrees to join. At her office, Sarah faces a heavy workload from her boss. Exhausted from sleeplessness, she's told to clock out, as overtime isn't covered. Lisa, empathizing with her, tries to lift her spirits. Before heading home, Lisa visits Sarah's apartment, where Sarah recalls her commitment to Brian's party. Brian reminds her of the event, but Sarah apologizes, citing prior plans, though she considers attending later. Inside, Sarah confides in Lisa about her strained relationship with her father, stemming from his past infidelity. She's also frustrated by the incessant noises and the warning letter. Lisa encourages her to disregard others' opinions. That night, Sarah is jolted awake by noises and a smoky odor. Investigating, she finds another threatening letter about her pet near the oven. A horrific discovery follows. The smoke emanates from her cat, which has been burned to death. Stunned, Sarah is suddenly grabbed from behind by a mysterious man who ties her to a chair. Assuming it's Lester, she pleads for mercy, but the man is revealed to be someone she trusted. Shocked, Sarah watches as Brian prepares to inject her with an anesthetic. Sarah escapes by breaking the flimsy chair and screams for help, encountering Dr. Esther in the corridor. Initially relieved, Sarah soon learns Esther is complicit. She's taken to a room where the other residents are gathered. Esther reveals this was planned for the dinner party, deeming it a poor introduction. Brian administers the anesthetic. Sarah awakens in a room with boarded windows, realizing she's imprisoned. Her cries for help are futile. Footsteps approach, it's Brian and Jerry. Brian, his demeanor now cold, orders Sarah to face the wall and place her hands against it. Jerry claims no one, including Lisa, will search for her as they've sent a deceptive message. Defiant at first, Sarah complies after Jerry threatens her with Lester's punishment. Forced to maintain her position, Sarah endures a blaring song, heightening her stress. Unable to endure, she collapses despite a red light signaling she must remain standing. Caught on CCTV, her action prompts Jerry and Brian's return. Instead of rest, they punish her by nailing her hands to the wall. Brian claims this is to help her, referencing the wall markings she noticed earlier. Exhausted and hallucinating, Sarah imagines her father urging her to free herself.
Sarah, go!
Realizing it's a delusion, she faints. Brian and Jerry return, deeming her to have passed the trial. Her wounds are treated, and the residents show kindness, revealing their own scarred hands. Sarah undergoes an interview with Jerry and Brian, involving a lie detector. Questions probe her personal life, emphasizing the community's value of openness. Jerry presents her with the power of community, the book Lester offered. Sarah begins to grasp the community's aim, fostering social harmony through selflessness, openness, acceptance, and security. In another interview, Sarah correctly identifies the 4 foundations. Asked if she wishes to join the community, she agrees, but the lie detector reveals her dishonesty. Given another chance, she's taken to a classroom where children learn about the community via a video featuring Charles D. Ellerby, the founder, who advocates his radical vision of harmony. Sarah grows to understand the foundations, particularly security, which involves constant surveillance. Assigned to a monitoring room, she observes residents' activities, explaining how her actions were known. Noticing a CCTV camera behind them, she questions who watches the watchers, but Brian dismisses her. While monitoring, Sarah spots Miss Stanhope struggling to breathe and alerts Brian. The residents visit Miss Stanhope, and Brian recounts her contributions. However, he declares her no longer useful, and Sarah watches in horror as Miss Stanhope is euthanized with poison gas, accepting her fate calmly. Brian shares how the community transformed him, and Sarah, reluctantly, accepts membership. During a courtyard ceremony, she's branded behind her ear, a mark all residents bear. Shockingly, she's betrothed to Lester, a lonely widower. Forced to marry him, Sarah is taken to his apartment, her old one reassigned to a new candidate. Lester hesitates but is interrupted by Jerry, who reports Sarah's father at the complex. To protect him, Sarah is coerced into a staged confrontation in a renovated apartment, where she hurls painful insults, ensuring he won't return. Back with Lester, he reveals his own desire to escape but accepts their reality, showing her a sewing machine from her mother. As Sarah adapts, the community seeks new residents. Alarmed, she sees Lisa apply and be accepted.
Thank you so much.
The cycle repeats, with orchestrated disturbances to unsettle Lisa. Sarah warns that Lisa will resist, and indeed, Lisa fights back, biting Brian. Sent to calm her, Sarah fails. When Lisa's punishment involves a screwdriver to her ear, Sarah snaps, stabbing Jerry fatally in the neck. Sarah and Lisa flee, but Jerry, still alive, shoots Lisa dead. Enraged, Sarah kills Jerry, noticing his own scars and brand. As alarms blare, residents surround her. Brian's lies fail, and she shoots him. Nearing the exit, she's caught, but Lester intervenes, shooting her captor and urging her to escape before killing himself. Fleeing bloodied, Sarah notices a logo resembling the community's on a board. Alarms echo from nearby buildings and CCTV cameras abound, revealing the community's influence extends citywide under Ellerby's twisted vision. Laughing hysterically, Sarah, forever changed, clenches her fist and runs. That concludes the recap of 1BR. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.